Hi, and welcome back to my digital diary. So, in this video, we are already on week 4. I'll be talking about what I did this week. And this week was very exciting because it was my first week of clinical placement. I got placed in Tala Hospital, which, I actually like the hospital, but it is a bit further away from my house. I have almost a 1 hour commute to there and then a 1 hour commute back home, so it's 2 hours on the Lewis, which I'm actually okay with because especially at the time that we come back, there isn't usually a lot of people there, so I can actually catch up on my reading, which is something that I feel like I don't have as much time to do when I'm here. So it has actually been good. And I was placed on interventional radiology for this first week, which I was very excited about because it's very different from anything I have done back home. I've never been in an interventional room before, and it was very fun, I guess, to see the procedures. I think I learned a lot this week because it was just so different from anything I'd ever done. For example, I had never worked with fluoroscopy in that way, so it was definitely a good experience to have, even if I was just seeing. And that's another point I wanted to get to. The placement has been a little underwhelming, a little disappointing. Not specifically, not this week, because I wasn't expecting them to actually let me do anything, and I wasn't actually comfortable with doing anything. But from things that I've heard from other people, like I've worked in CT before, and they don't allow us to actually work in CT here, for example. So that was a little disappointing, and it has been something that I have been struggling to deal with because it's just not how it works back home. Back home, while we're doing our placements, we do everything that the radiographer does. Anyway, here I just decided to leave this really beautiful sunset. I think it was the first really pretty sunset, similar to the ones I have at home. And actually in my home you have a beautiful view over the mountains, and we always get the best sunsets and sunrises, so this just reminded me of that and made me think of how everything is at home. And actually things haven't been the best in Portugal since we left. It hasn't rained. We're going to a bit of a dry period, which here in Dublin during that would be insane because it's always raining. So I guess I'm just grateful that I'm here, and no one likes the rain when you're out walking, but it's such an important thing to have, so I just hope that it will rain again in Portugal. So actually at the end of this week we did get a visitor. Beatrice's boyfriend came to visit her. He is also friends with us, so it was really fun. He stayed here for the entirety of the following week, which you'll have to wait and see in the next video. But he arrived on this Friday, and we actually went to a house party on Saturday, a little get together at one of the Finnish girls group house. And the next day we went to the Howth cliffs with the other group of Finnish girls, so Emilia, Johanna, and Hemma. And I must say, we are still in Portuguese time, and we went a bit late, so I wouldn't recommend you going at like 3 like we did, because it's almost an hour to get there, and then it just starts to get dark, and it did start to rain, but it's such a beautiful view. I think it was probably one of the most beautiful hikes I've ever taken, and I do love the ocean and just looking out on it and feeling the breeze. But I must say it was very scary because I am really afraid of heights, and if you get close to the edge of the cliff, it's really scary because it's very high. And Emilia and Johanna actually really scared me because they were just like sitting on the edge. I was afraid they were going to fall, and I kind of looked like their mom just telling them to get off the edge of the cliff. But it has been really fun getting to know especially these 3 girls, I must say. I also took the scarf from my hometown, which I don't know why I didn't include a picture, but we have this Facebook group that's called Alquedon da Serra, which is my hometown, conquering the world, and everyone's there basically, and you just take your scarf with you every trip that you make, and you take a picture with your scarf or of your scarf in like a scenery or an iconic place of the city you're visiting, and you just put the picture in that group with the location. And I just think it's a really nice tradition that we have as a small town. It's a really nice way to keep in touch, and I think we have photos from like over 70 countries or something crazy like that. And here we just have a group photo of us at the cliffs. As you can see, our friend Beatrice's boyfriend is at the right down corner. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.